Magandang umaga, guys. So I'm guessing that reading the title, you're like, what the heck happened? Don't worry, it wasn't by a third party. I did this to myself. So yeah, I lied. When I had the emergency, I said that I was cutting fruit, and it was obvious I wasn't cutting fruit. So the story begins back before Christmas 2025. I started a new hobby, which is wood carving. I thought that I was okay, you know, with just wrapping my fingers or like a few of the fingers that you use while wood carving, with like a little self-adhesive bandage thingy around them so you don't, you know, cut yourself accidentally. It wasn't enough. I apparently definitely need to be wearing the gloves, like full hand gloves, because otherwise this will happen. For those who are squeamish, this is the warning. Or as like disclaimer, you know, graphic content about the wound. If you're squeamish, or you know the next few clips or some of the pictures I might put around my head here, is the wound itself. Yeah. So long story short, I was at work. I work from home. If you didn't know, I'm on the computer basically, and I was just, you know, trying to finish a little figure I was doing, and I got not distracted, but you know when you're too focused on something and you kind of, we have a Tagalog word for it, which is like giggle. Giggle is like, I guess, when you're like your teeth grinding feeling that you get when you're like kind of so into something, like in the moment that you're just like, I don't know, like you, I don't know how to explain it into English. I'm gonna try to Google it and I'll put the definition somewhere, of what giggle is, or like a sort of description how to describe it in English. While I was wood carving, and I was too into the moment that my hand slipped and the knife just stabbed myself. Yeah. We're going to get it checked out after 2 days. That's been stitched up. So we'll see how it's healing, I guess, and like all that stuff. Hopefully it's healing well. It hasn't bothered me, so .5 days of this. It's been healing well. Had my checkup yesterday and they changed the dressing. I still have the stitches on, and they said that maybe this Friday they will be able to take the stitches off, so I'm guessing they'll take it off after the checkup again, see if it's okay to take it off already. But yeah, it's just a bit sore and a bit stiff, I guess, when I try to straighten my fingers, because like I've been, you know, keeping it still. We're going to change the dressing. We got plaster, little cotton thingy. Okay. Okay. This is too graphic. Warning. Skip ahead. I don't know if I should just like leave this, but I feel like I shouldn't. I don't know. Okay. And look at this. Isn't it neat? Well, it looks the same. Maybe they will be able to take the stitches off this Friday. I don't know. It seems like it's closed right now, but see. Never again. Definitely. I'm off wood carving for a while because I feel like I'm traumatized I panicked, obviously. Don't wood carve or multitask either while you're doing something with something sharp. So yeah, no sharp things for OD for a while. This has been healing really good, as the doctor said. It's been like a week, yeah, more than a week and a day since it happened. It happened last Friday. Work, carving, hand slip, stabbed. Blood just started like filling up my hand, like my palm, like blood, like a little pool of blood, and I was like, oh wow. I'm like, what do I freaking do? I try to like hold it close and it was still like going, so I was like, oh great, this is not a little cut, it's like proper. I was just like, there was a million things going on in my head and I didn't know. I know what to do, but I didn't know exactly what to do first. So I just panicked, rushed into the toilet to go to the sink and like, you know, rinse it and see how what the wound looked like. It's just on the way there, like I just, after the fact, I go back to my room anyway and seen that there was just blood everywhere. Like there's just not so much, like it's not a murder scene, but it looked kind of like a murder scene. And there was just a little bit of drops like on the wall, on the floor. I have like a few clothes that it was by the door that I passed through, and they just have blood on them now. I think my mom like washed a few of them for me, thank you so much. But yeah, rushed into the sink, rinsed this with water just to like rinse off the blood first and also see what the frick did I do to myself. I seen like the cut itself, it was about like a centimeter, 1 centimeter, centimetros. And I see the cut there. I don't see any other cuts around it, just the one cut. But I can see it's like the skin, like the layer, like the thickness of the skin. It is deep. It is deep. I was like, great. First, my thoughts, first of all, I'm weird because even Nani told me, because she was on the phone with me when this all happened, but she was already like asleep. She was like, why are you, don't worry about cleaning up the blood, like go and like get that taken care of, because I was like, just like, I need to clean the blood. Anyways, my thoughts are just like running. I'm like, who the heck do I call? I don't think, I knew that I shouldn't call an ambulance or like, you know, an ambulance, because, or first responders, because it wasn't like I caught my whole hand, like, you know, it wasn't that serious of an injury that I would need an ambulance to take me somewhere, but it was a big of an emergency. I need somebody to like stitch this, because it was deep. I could see that it was deep enough that a plaster or like whatever you have at home wouldn't fix this or heal this properly. So I said, no, I need to go to a hospital or emergency or whatever. It was my first time this happened to me, so I don't know who exactly to go to. So I just Googled emergency near me, and then there's like a few ones here. And I called the first one and they said, oh, like we only take care of our own patients, so you'll have to like ring your own GP, which is the general practitioner. If you're not European, you won't understand what that means. It's your doctor basically. And I called mine and I say, so and so, this happened to me, it's emergency, I need to like, I know I'm gonna need stitches for this, like it's deep enough. They say, oh, let me go just, first of all, they're not sure they're able to take care of me or to take care of the wound for me, if like that's, so they have to ask the doctor first. So she asked the doctor first, and then they came back to me that we can't take care of you here, you have to go straight to the city and go to the hospital or emergency, whatever. I'm like, grand. One thing is, I live in a town that's basically in an island, so if there's emergencies, it's in the city, which is like about 25 minutes to half an hour drive. So at that stage I was like, I need to call somebody because I don't think I feel safe enough to drive on my own. Also, like, I don't know if I'm gonna pass out. I know myself, my stomach is strong enough, but like I know, like, I just lost some blood. I don't want to be passing out, and like, you know, adrenaline like wears off or whatever, and I'm behind the wheel. So I just, you know, called so I just called for a lift and, you know, get this taken care of. And then we remembered my health insurance actually has a clinic and they do walk-ins for emergencies, which is good. So we went there instead of the hospital in the city or emergencies, and thankfully the clinic was able to take care of me. Like, thank you, Leia Healthcare. If it wasn't for you, I would have probably been waiting for hours at the emergency to get this done because of the queues and how hospital goes. Like, I probably would have been waiting for a long time. But when I went to Leia Health, like their clinic, it was like literally 10 minutes I was out of there, which is crazy. But yeah, yay for, you know, private health insurance. Like $50 a month and you get these sort of things. I think they also do x-rays and like image scanning and stuff. So like it's a good deal, not gonna lie. So health insurance is a good thing. Yeah, I got tres stitches, and my first time again getting stitches as well in my whole entire life. And they numbed, is it a local anesthetic? Is what it's called? They put the numbing in, and the needle was actually more painful than anything else, like while they were putting the numbing thing in there. And then I didn't feel anything, obviously, while they were doing stitches, thank goodness. I watched the whole thing because I'm just a curious person. I've always loved like these sort of things and interested in how the human body works. So I was like, whoa, that's how you do stitches. So yeah, that's what happened to me. Them taking out the stitches, that didn't have numbing, so I felt that shit. Yeah. Thank goodness it was only 3 stitches, because imagine if it was more than 3, like a longer type of cut, I would have just passed out right there, because they don't put any numbing on you to take the stitches out. And they literally pull and tug on the stitch, and then like try to, it's not even a scissors that they cut it with, they cut it with like a little knife or like a little like curved scalpel thingy. So they like literally like tugging on the stitch the whole time, even by cutting it. And like I'm like all the time, and like I'm like it hurts. It burns. Yeah, you could feel it when they take out the stitch. So there's like literally 6 holes. But yeah, sorry I keep looking that way. It's just like the screen is there and that's where the camera, anyway. Never again. Lesson learned. And yeah, be careful with sharp items because it is not fun. All I hear is raindrops falling on the rooftop. Oh baby, tell me why'd you have to go?